I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining the live stream. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. So this is a full season, game number 112 out of 162 plus. Imagine if the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe were to play Major League Baseball, and that's what you would have right here and right now. These are the starting lineups. So in this created franchise, I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me. And the difficulty setting is set to all-star for both pitching and hitting. And I do play-by-play, so please bear with me. So live here at Crosley Field, the designated home ballpark for the MCU, we've got some Major League Baseball as the Philadelphia Phillies visit the Hollywood Avengers. On the mound for the Avengers, Bradley Cooper, also known as Rocket Raccoon in the MCU. He's 7-9. His ERA is an even 5. And leading off for the Philadelphia Phillies, Eric Davis hitting .328. He has 31 homers, 72 runs batted in. Some great stats for a leadoff guy. Here comes the first pitch of the ball game. Fastball misses outside, ball one. So the Avengers are 70-41. They are a game and a half out in the National League West. That's Robert Downey Jr. at first and Benedict Wong in left. Game and a half back behind the Los Angeles Dodgers. Swinging to miss the two-seam fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. It's 65 degrees here and partly cloudy for this game of Major League Baseball. Oh yeah. At the knees, strike 2. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he pops it up behind home plate. Out of his crouch is Mark Ruffalo. Makes the catch for the first out. Starting lineup for the Phillies, Eric Davis is in center. The shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. Ted Williams is in left. First baseman is Willie Stargell. Chris Bryant's in third. DH is Tommy Lestrella. Ben Zobrist is second. Michael Conforto in right. And catching and behind home plate, number 9 hitter Gary Sanchez. Ahmed Rosario, 283, 9 homers, 49 runs batted in. Steps up to the plate with 1 out. In there, strike 1. Tries to bunt his way on, but foul ball for the second strike. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Rosario. Fastball inside, count is 1 and 2. Joe McDonald is the man calling balls and strikes behind home plate. And that's a line drive headed towards the right field corner, and it will get past Batista and roll all the way into that 366 sign, and it's going to be a triple. That's a 1-out triple for Rosario here in the top of the first inning. It's his 10th on the season. As you can see, he's now in a first place tie with Ashburn and Trey Turner in the National League. So runner at third, less than 2 out for Ted Williams. Ted's hitting .347. He has a league high 44 homers and 101 runs batted in. Duck is on the pond at third. Fastball in there, strike 1. So it's a 4-game set between these two ball clubs. They've split the first 2 games 1 game apiece, so it's going to be interesting to see who takes the series. That ball is high and deep. It is gone. 2-run home run for the splendid splinter Ted Williams. Home run number 45, and just like that, the Phillies take an early 2-0 lead. Oh boy. Just lovely. Here's the replay. And that's why he's got 45 homers. With 2 months left of the season. This is the first day of August on the schedule. Game number 112. Next up, first baseman Willie Stargell hitting .285. He has 33 homers with 85 RBIs. Impressive stats. 2-0 lead for Philly. Fastball in there, strike 197 on the radar gun. Low, 1 ball and 1 strike.
1-1.
And he fouls it upstairs beyond home plate. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Willie Stargell played for, I believe, the Pittsburgh Pirates in the 1970s. Not 100% sure, but... Grounder up the middle, fielded by Mackey. Cut the check, there's 2 away. Next up, third baseman Chris Bryant, hitting .290, 18 homers, 54 RBIs. Here comes the pitch, 2-0 lead for Philly. And that's a deep drive to center, racing back as War Machine. Cheadle makes the catch to retire the side. But the splendid splinter Ted Williams gives the Philadelphia Phillies an early 2-0 lead after a half inning of play. This is Avengers baseball. So we go to the bottom of the first. Pitching for the Phillies is Jack Flaherty, 10-7, 3.65 earned run average. And leading off for the Avengers is Anthony Mackie, 309, 14 homers, 55 RBIs. He plays Sam Wilson in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Here comes the pitch from Flaherty. And he's a little late on it, skies it to shallow left. Racing in is Ted Williams, makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 away. Starting lineup for the Avengers, Anthony Mackie's at short. Second baseman is Tom Holland. Robert Downey Jr. is at first. Catching today is Mark Ruffalo. The DH, Chris Evans. At third is Chadwick Boseman. In right is Dave Bautista. In left today, Benedict Wong. And batting ninth and playing center field is Don Cheadle. Tom Holland's hitting .366 to lead the ball club. Steps up to the plate with 1 out. And he skies it to center. Easy play for Davis. Makes the catch. 2 pitches, 2 away. Batting third, .295, 16 homers, 66 RBIs. The man who started it all, Tony Stark, also known as Robert Downey Jr. in real life. And he yanks the fastball down the right field line, out of play, strike 1. Player for the month of July, rookie of the month in the National League. And it's a 2-hopper to second. Fielded by Zobrist, throws to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Flaherty. And after an inning of play here at Crosley Field, it's the Phillies 2, the Avengers nothing. We go to the top of the second. Up steps the DH, Tommy Lastrella, 287, 16 homers, 59 runs batted down. Pitch from Rocket Raccoon. Fastball in there, strike 1. At the knees, breaking ball. Count is 0-2. Count is 0-2. And he yanks it down the right field line, curving, out of play. Count remains 0 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Inside fastball, and there's 1 away. So batting 7th for the Phillies is Ben Zobrist, the second baseman, hitting .294. He has 17 homers and 66 runs batted in. Ground ball to the third baseman, routine play for Black Panther. He throws to first, and there are 2 away. Right fielder Michael Conforto steps up to the plate with 2 out. He's hitting .232. He has 17 homers, 46 RBIs. We're in the top of the second. Swings and fouls it back, strike 1. 2-0 lead for Philly here in this third game of a 4-game series. Just gets a piece of the forkball. Again, another 0-2 count. Phillies have a 2-0 lead on the 45th homer of the season by Ted Williams. Just misses the inside corner. Thought that was called strike 3. The home plate umpire says no. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Side is retired. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Rocket Raccoon. At the end of an inning and a half, it's 2-0 Philadelphia. So we go to the bottom of the second. Up steps the incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. He's hitting .337. He has 23 homers and 92 runs batted in. Pitch from Flaherty. And he pulls the down and inside pitch down the left field line, out of play, strike one. Inside off the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. Phillies are 3 games over 500, but that's good enough for first place in the National League East this season. Low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Mark Ruffalo, of course, plays Bruce Banner, or the Hulk, in the MCU. Out in front of the fastball, swinging him as count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that's a drive headed towards the right field corner. No, check that. It is a 1-hop over the wall for a ground rule double, his 28th double of the season. And the leadoff man here for the Avengers in the bottom of the second is in scoring position. It's headed towards the gap, the right center field gap, pardon me. Next up, designated hitter today is Chris Evans. He's hitting .321. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Flaherty. Runner in scoring position. Down and in, gets away. And he goes for third. The throw to third is it in time? Not in time. So wild pitch leads to a runner being at third base and nobody out. Here's the replay. Gets away from Gary Sanchez. Count is 1 ball and no strike. And he skies it to center field. Not that deep. I don't know if it's going to be deep enough. It's not. Not a lot of speed at third base, so it's a shallow fly ball to center for out number 1. Defensive alignment for the Phillies in the outfield from left to right. You have Ted Williams, Eric Davis, and Michael Conforto. And third base is Chris Bryant, Ahmed Rosario, Ben Zobrist, Willie Stargell, and Gary Sanchez behind home plate. So runner at third, up steps the late great Chadwick Boseman, hitting .332. He has 14 homers and 55 runs batted in. And that one is going to dunk in there for an RBI hit. Big turn at first. He's going to second. The throw to second is not in time. It is an RBI double for Black Panther. Wakanda Forever, double number 23 on the season. And the lead is cut in half. Phillies now lead 2-1. Here's the replay. Down that left field line. A lot of real estate over there to patrol. A lot of speed on the bases. Next up is Drax the Destroyer, or Dave Bautista. .321, 12 homers, 59 RBIs. And he pulls the breaking ball foul. Strike 1. Dave Bautista is a former WWE professional wrestler. Down and in, ball 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Boseman leads off second. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Ball 2. Pitch slow, according to the home plate umpire. 2 balls and 1 strike. He's going, trying to steal third. Bad decision. Throws out Black Panther, and now instead of having a runner in scoring position and 1 away, we've got bases empty and 2 away. Terrible decision. Definitely got him. Nice throw by Gary Sanchez. 3-1 count, hitters count to Bautista. Skies it down the right field line, curling, slicing, out of play. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-1 lead for Philly. And he swings and misses, strikes him out. So anyway, Chadwick Boseman, while he didn't do a very good job running the bases, he is responsible for the RBI, an RBI double. At the end of 2, it's the Phillies 2, the Avengers 1. So we go to the top of the third. Up steps Gary Sanchez, who showed off that arm behind the plate. At home, on the road, he's hitting .300, but overall he's hitting .256 with 10 homers and 26 runs batted in. Fastball in there, strike 1. Gary has 3 homers in his last 4 games. Something to keep an eye out for. And he pops it up. Ruffalo jumps out of the crouch, and in front of the mound, he makes the catch for the first out. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. As you can see, the Dodgers have already won their game today and have a game-and-a-half lead. So the Avengers are going to need to win to remain one game back in the National League West. Lineup turns over for the Phillies. Eric Davis popped out in the first. He's 0 for 1. 2-1 Philadelphia. Checks the swing, but fastball finds the zone. Strike one. And that's a line drive foul. Count is 0-2 on Davis. Eric Davis played for the Cincinnati Reds in the 1980s and 90s. I think he was a World Series champion in 1990. Fouls it back. Count remains 0-2. Jams him. Pops it up behind home plate. Out of play. Grounder. Snared by T'Challa. Chadwick throws to first in time. 2 away. Next up with 2 down is Ahmed Rosario. He had his 10th triple of the season. In the first inning, scored a run. Second plate appearance. Fastball, strike one. And he's a little late on the two-seam fastball. Count again 0-2 on another hitter. He's been getting ahead of hitters this game. Bradley Cooper, that is. Chases the fork ball, swinging and miss, strikes him out, side retired. So we finished 2.5. It's 2-1 Phillies. So we go to the bottom of the third. Up steps today's left fielder, Benedict Wong. Benedict's a part-time player from the Guardians. No, check that, from the Doctor Strange franchise. 244, 3 RBIs. Bench player. And he fouls it back, strike one. Pitches outside, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. And he pulls it, but there is Conforto to make the catch, and there's 1 away here in the bottom of the third. Next up is the center fielder Don Cheadle, hitting .283. He has 10 homers, 54 RBIs. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Ground ball to the shortstop, backhanded by Rosario. High throw, but in time, and there are 2 away. Lineup turns over for Anthony Mackie, who's 0 for 6 in this series. Grounded out in the first. Oh, it's knocked down by Willie Stargell. Picks it up, underarm toss in time. Nice play by Willie. Flaherty covering. It's a 1-2-3 inning. And at the end of 3 innings of play, it's still Philadelphia 2. The Avengers 1. So we go to the top of the fourth. The splendid splinter, Ted Williams, had a 2-run home run in the first. Steps up for his second plate appearance. Fastball just misses inside, ball 1. And gets a piece of the changeup, fouls it at the home plate. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball past the diving attempt by Tony Stark. And into right field is the leadoff single, and Ted is 2 for 2. Hits leaders for the Phillies, as you can see. Ted Williams entering play, 139. He's at 141 now. So, runner at first, nobody out for Willie Stargell. And that ball is high. It is far back to the wall. He leaps and can't come away with it. It is a 2-run home run for Willie Stargell, his 34th of the season. And Cooper is getting knocked around. It's 4-1 Philadelphia. Boom. Batista with his back to the wall had a chance, but he jumped a little late. Would have been nice. Next up, Chris Bryant. Still nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Can't get around on the fastball, slices it out of play, strike one. So 4-1 Phillies in the fourth. Don't like how this game is going, but got to fight my way back. And he's slicing it down the right field line, and it's going to be in there for extra bases. It's a ground rule double. Number 24 for Chris Bryant. My goodness. No one for miles. You can run for days. If that rattled around in that right field corner, he'd have been at third base. Next up, Tommy LaStella. Hitless today so far. Line drive. Caught. Tagging at third and tagging at second and heading to third is Bryant, so he'll be at third base with less than 2 outs. Opportunity for Zobrist to plate run number 5, an insurance run. Fastball high, but called a home strike by the home plate umpire. Count is 0-1. Down and in, count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Line drive, base hit. An RBI single for Zobrist, and the score is now 5-1 Philly. With 1 out here in the top of the fourth. And we're going to have to get the bullpen up. Runs scored in the National League. As you can see, the Avengers are on the list. But the Phillies have scored more runs. They're in third place on that list. Let's go to the manager's office and the bullpen. And let's see who we can get up. Let's go Stan Lee and Josh Brolin. And let's go and send the pitching coach to the mound to slow things down a little bit. Also give the bullpen a chance to warm up. Michael Conforto struck out in the second. He's 0 for 1. Runner at first, 1 away. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. So another 4-run deficit. Yesterday, the Avengers were down 10-2. They fought back 10-7. That's a line drive, head into the right field corner, and it's going to go all the way to the 366 sign. Rounding third and heading home is the runner, and it's going to be an RBI double for Conforto and a 6-1 lead for Philadelphia. It's Conforto's 6th double of the season. He's wrapped it down that right field line, and there's so much territory and fair play over there here in Crosley Field. Up next is Gary Sanchez takes a strike. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. So runner in scoring position at second, 1 away here in the top of the fourth. 6-1 lead. And he skies it to shallow center. Racing in is Don Cheadle. He's there. Makes the catch, and that's the 2nd out. So 2 down, lineup turns over once again for the Phillies. Eric Davis is 0 for 2. Fastball in there, strike 1. He's got a good heater, but apparently he just can't seem to hit his spots. Fouls off the changeup, count is 0-2 on Davis. Again, runner at second, 2 down here in the fourth. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Side is retired, but they scored 2 more times. Check that, probably, 3 more times? After 3.5 innings of play, it's Philadelphia 6, Hollywood Avengers 1. Ugh. Leading off for the Avengers here in the bottom of the fourth is Tom Holland. He's 0 for 1. Tom Holland plays Spider-Man in the MCU. Swings at the first pitch and skies it to right. Routine play for Michael Conforto. 1 pitch, 1 away. Next up, Robert Downey Jr. grounded out in the first. Pitch is high, ball 1. Tony Stark is 7 for his last 15. He had a 3-run home run yesterday. 2 balls and no strikes. Checks his swing, pitches low. Count is 3-0. On deck is Mark Ruffalo. I'm not swinging on 3-0 down by 5 runs, that's for sure. Inside corner. Strike one. Count is 3-1. Hitters count. Here's the pitch from Flaherty. And he yanks it foul, and the count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that was ball 4. Ball 4. So 1-out walk for Tony Stark. You have a 5-run lead, shouldn't be walking batters. So Mark Ruffalo, the Hulk, has a double in his first at-bat. Runner leads off first, 1 out, 5-run deficit. And he seems to have lost the strike zone, pitches outside. Mark has 92 runs batted in, that leads the Avengers. And he swings and misses out in front of the knuckle curve. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Skies it to right. Playable for Conforto. 2 away. Next up, Chris Evans, who flew out in the second. Runner at first, 2 down. High and outside, ball 1. Chris plays catcher, sometimes DH, sometimes first base. Did that hit him? I think it did. Yes, it did. So there'll be runners at first and second. With 2 out, up steps the late, great Chadwick Boseman. Had an RBI double in his first at-bat. There's a chance for some more RBIs in this at-bat. Let's see. 2 away. He needs a hit. And he fails in the clutch. Skies it to right. Conforto makes the catch to retire the side. So 2 left on here at the end of 4. It's the Phillies 6 and the Avengers 1. Ugh. So we go to the top of the 5th. Ahmed Rosario steps up. He's 1 for 2 with a triple. Short leash for Bradley Cooper. Late on the fastballs. Up the first base line. Strike. Nope. 10 triples, tied for first. And that's a deep drive. It's got a chance. He looks up. It's gone. Solo homer for Ahmed Rosario, number 10 in the season, and it is a 7-1 ball game. Philadelphia leads. Oof. Bad stretch. Bang. Since the All-Star break, things have just not been clicking for the Avengers. Manager, bullpen, Josh Brolin, the man who played Thanos in the MCU, comes in. 3-1 with a 3.38 run average. Takes over. And he skies it to left. Benedict Wong makes the catch, 1 away. Ted Williams was 2 for 2 before that. 4 innings plus, 8 hits, 7 earned runs. Not the line that he was imagining when he woke up this morning. Willie Stargell had a 2-run homer in his last at-bat, 1 for 2. Grounder backhanded by Robert Downey Jr. Takes it himself, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Chris.
2 down, up steps Chris Bryant, 1 for 2 with the double. Just misses with the breaking ball low. At the knees. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Chases the breaking ball. Count as 1 and 2. Ground ball. Grabbed by, you want to throw it? Oh, he couldn't get out of his glove. So that, yeah, they're going to give him an E5. There's no reason. Absolutely no reason why Chadwick didn't make that throw. Tommy Estrella is 0 for 2. Pops it up behind home plate. Strike 1. Double clutched with the button, if I must admit. Lines it foul. Couldn't get around on the fastball. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. That's a line drive. Base hit. Runners are going to be at first and second with 2 down here in the top of the 5th. It's already a 6-run lead for the Phillies.
Now back, second base.
Next up, Ben Zobrist, switch hitter, turns around, bats from the right side. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single today. And he yanks it foul down the left field line, out of play, strike 1. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. I know this is a horrible display. High strike, called the strike. Quickly 0-2. Oh, past the diving attempt down the right field line. It will roll all the way to the 366 sign in the right field corner. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And this is going to be a 9-1 lead after... Oh, no, he's going to go all the way to third base. It is a 2-run triple and a 9-1 lead. Ben Zobrist's 4th triple of the season. And the floodgates have officially been wedged open. This is a mess. 9-1 advantage here in the 5th. Next up, Michael Conforto, 1 for 2 with a double. And that's a line drive. Caught. And the side is retired. But it's a 9-1 lead. The Avengers are hurting. They need some runs. They go to the bottom of the 5th. 8-run lead. Drax the Destroyer. 0 for 1.
The right fielder,
And he skies it to center. 1 away. At the warning track, Eric Davis makes the catch. Next up, Benedict Wong flew out in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1. And he yanks it foul. Late on the high fastball. Count is quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. Flaherty is, as it seems to have everything under control. Low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The wheels are going to have to fall off the wagon for the Phillies not to take this 3rd game. Strike 3 called. He thought it was outside. Didn't like the call. There's 2 away. Let's look at this replay. Is it a strike?
number 10.
I mean, I guess you have to foul it off. So, 2 away, bases empty, bottom of the 5th. Don Cheadle is 0 for 4 in the series. Steps up to the plate. 8-run lead for the Phillies. Chases the high fastball, fouls it down the left field line. Out of play, strike 1. And he pulls that one down the right field line. Count is 0-2. High and outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And inside fastball pulled down the right field line. Count remains 1-2. He's hitting the corners. High, 2-2. Don Cheadle plays James Rhodes from the Iron Man franchise. Inside, full count, 3-2. On deck is the leadoff man, Anthony Mackie. And he yanks it, but playable for Conforto to retire the side. So it's an official ball game. It's a 9-1 lead here at the end of 5. So we go to the top of the 6th. Up steps Gary Sanchez, who's 0 for 2 today.
The catcher, Gary.
In there, strike 1. One hopper to Holland from the shortstop side of second base. Makes the throw, 1 away. Nice play for the second baseman. Playing on the shift.
Number 44.
Eric Davis is 0 for 3. This is his 4th plate appearance. That's a ground ball. Caught. And he just can't make the play. Eric Davis has too much speed. They're going to give him a hit. He realizes he was already standing on first base. So Ahmed Rosario has a homer and a triple today. Outside corner, strike 1. So runner at first with a lot of speed. It's already an 8-run advantage. Throw down is not in time. Stolen base for Eric Davis. To steal a base with an 8-run lead, that's Bush League baseball. So with scoring position with 1 away. Chases it, swing and a miss. Strike 3, there's 2 away.
Now batting.
That's the replay.
The left fielder, Ted Williams.
Next up, Ted Williams. Fastball inside corner, strike 1. Ted is 2 for 3. Homer and a single. 2 RBIs. Out in front of the splitter. 2 quick strikes. And he pops it up in the infield. Charging is Boseman, and he will make the catch to retire the side. But it is an official ball game. Well, it's been an official ball game. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is 9-1 Phillies. Leading off the bottom of the 6th is Anthony Mackie. 0 for 2. He's 0 for 7 in this series.
The shortstop, number 9.
And that's a line drive to the second baseman. 1 pitch, 1 away. Hit it on the nose.
Batter, number 8.
Next up, Tom Holland. 0 for 2. 2 flyouts today.
Holland.
Fouls it back, strike 1. Tom leads the ball club with 152 hits. Fastball low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pops it up behind home plate, count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tom Holland plays Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Backs him off the plate, 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Base is empty. 8-run lead. Chases the slider out of the zone. Strikes him out, there's 2 away. And he is 0 for 3. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game for Flaherty. And he just honestly just chases a breaking ball. Thought it was a fastball. Next up, Robert Downey Jr. Walked in the 4th. Officially, he's 0 for 1. Fastball is high, ball 1. And he pulls it down the right field line, out of play. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs, base is empty. 9-1 lead for the Philadelphia Phillies. High, 2 balls and 1 strike. And he pulls the knuckle curve, foul. Count remains 2 and 2. Late on the fastball. And he chases the knuckle curve, and he strikes him out swinging. Side is retired. End of 6. It's 9-1 Philadelphia. So we go to the top of the 7th. Willie Stargell's up. He hit a 2-run home run. And that's a line drive, and he is 2 for 4. He's going to make a turn, but he'll hold. It'll be a single, leadoff single for Willie Stargell, 2nd hit of the ball game. And we're going to take manager is going to go to the bullpen and put Stanley. Actually, we're going to warm up Paul Rudd and put Stanley in the game. Stanley, Excelsior, 5-2, 2.54 earned run average. Fastball in there, strike 1. Chris Bryant is 1 for 3 with a double. Jams him with the sinking fastball. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, the sinker. And there's 1 away. There's the replay. Terrible angle. Next up, Tommy Lestrella. Inside off the plate. Tommy's 1 for 3 with a single. In there, strike one. Count as 1 ball and 1 is strike. Two-seamer, 1 and 2. And he pulls it high and deep, but curling out of play. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first, 1 down, 8-run lead for the Phillies here in the 7th. Grounder over to second for 1, back to first. Scooped out of the dirt, a 3-6-3 double play to retire the side. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. This one is a laugher. I apologize for my horrible performance. It's the Philadelphia Phillies 9, the Avengers 1. We go to the bottom of the 7th, up steps Mark Ruffalo, 1 for 2 with a double. Let's see if I can get some runs across the plate.
Number 84.
Jams him, slicing out of play, strike 1. Late on it. Inside with the knuckle curve, count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Did he check it? No, he did not. According to the first base umpire, he must have a hot date after the game. Count as 1 and 2. And that's a smash to center. But right there is Eric Davis for the first out. Hit it right on the nose, right at the center field. Chris Evans steps up to the plate with 1 out. Officially he's 0 for 1. He has been hit by a pitch today, so he's been on base. High ball 1. Two balls and no strikes. And that's a deep drive, but playable. Conforto makes the catch, 2 away.
Now batting.
So 2 down, bases empty, bottom of the 7th, up steps Chadwick Boseman, who's responsible for the only run on the scoreboard with an RBI double. Steps up. And he pops it up behind home plate. Out of the crouch is Sanchez to make the catch and retire the side. At the end of 7, it's 9-1 Phillies. Top of the 8th, Ben Zobrist a single, a triple. He's got 3 RBIs today. He will face Stan Lee. High breaking ball, called a strike. Ground ball. Oh, he knocks it down. Throws to first. Not in time. Will they give him a hit? Yes, they will. It's an infield single for Zobrist. 3rd hit of the ball game. Next up, Conforto, 1 for 3. Chases the breaking ball, swinging him as strike 1. Fouls off the sinking fastball. Count is 0 and 2 on the right fielder. And that's strike 3, swing and a miss, 1 away. Starter comparison, really no comparison at all. Jack is still out there pitching. Bradley Cooper, Rocket Raccoon, 7 earned runs. So, Gary Sanchez is 0 for 3 today. Runner at first, 1 away. Slider or curveball in there, strike 1. Pulls the sinking fastball down the left field line, out of play. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Pulls it foul. Just misses off the plate outside. Attendance 23,792 here at Crosley Field. Crosley is a minor league ballpark, so that approaches a sellout. Jams him again with the sinking fastball down and in. So it's 9-1 Phillies here in the 8th. And he just gets a piece. Chases the screwball. Strikes him out 2 away. Here's the replay.
Now batting. Number 44.
Next up, Eric Davis, 1 for 4 with a single. His last at bat. Out in front of the screwball. Swing and a miss. Strike one. High fastball. Swing and a miss. Stanley Excelsior. And he skies it to right. Easy play for Batista. Drax makes the catch to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's an 8-run lead for the Phillies. Phillies lead 9-1. Dave leads off. So Drax is 0 for 2 today. Flaherty's still out there here in the bottom of the 8th. Outside corner, strike one. Pulls it foul. 2 quick strikes on Drax. 0-2.
That's the ball.
Fastball low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They need base runners to have any shot. They need just to score some runs in this inning. And it's swing and a miss in the dirt. Strike him out. Throw him out. 1 away. His 5th strikeout of the game for Jack. Benedict Wong is 0 for 2. Steps up. A little late on it. Pops it up down the right field line. Nice play by Chris Bryant over the shoulder in that shallow left field corner. 2 quick outs. Next up, Don Cheadle, 0 for 2.
Number 10.
And he pulls it high and deep, but playable. Conforto makes the catch. It's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Flaherty. We go to the top of the 9th. It's 9-1 Phillies. My goodness. Terrible, terrible display of baseball. Ahmed Rosario, 2 for 4. He's a homer and a triple. Lee is still out there. He's thrown 23 pitches. Screwball in there, strike one. Jams him. Line soft liner to the second baseman. Spider-Man makes the catch 1. Next up, Ted Williams, a homer and a single. That homer was homer number 45 all the way back in the 1st inning. Breaking ball high, called a strike by the home plate umpire. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Jams him. 0-2.
Nope. Ball
Breaking ball low. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Count is 1 and 2.
And he slices at the 2-seam fastball on the outside part of the plate. Fouls it off. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Line drive past the reach of Spider-Man at second base. It's a 1-out single. It's his 3rd hit of the ball game for the splendid splinter, as they used to call him back in Boston. Stargell. Swing and a miss at the breaking ball, strike one. Stargell has a homer today. His 34th of the season. He is 2 for 4. Ground ball. He's going to take the safe route. Step on the bag. Toss it to Stan Lee covering. So runner will move to second. There are 2 away. Thought about throwing a second for the double, but next up, Chris Bryant, 1 for 4. Check the swing. Pitch is off the plate. Count as 1 ball and no strikes. Jams him. Behind home plate. Count as 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss out in front of the sinking fastball, 1-2. Grounds it. Past him. Comes up throwing. Got a gun. They hold him at third. It's 1st and 3rd with 2 away. So Tommy Lestrella is a left-handed hitter. The manager will go to the bullpen, bring in Paul Rudd, who's ready and waiting. Paul Rudd, put him in a game. Put him in a game. Paul's 1-0 in 32 appearances with a 4.38 earned run average. 1st and 3rd, 2 down. Down and in, called a strike. Count as 0-1. And he slices it foul. 0-2. And he pulls the changeup down the right field line. Out of play. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. And it just gets a piece to stay alive. It's an 8-run lead. They're trying to get insurance, like as if they need it. Oh, knocks it foul. And it's a 10-1 ball game. The defense fails them. They're going to call it a hit, an infield hit. So it'll be an RBI single for Lestrella, and it's a 10-1 lead for the Phillies. Ben Zobrist, switch hitter, turns around, bats from the left side, and he skies it to left center field. That should do it, but they do score a run. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Last licks for the Avengers in this game. It's a blowout. They're losing 10-1. This is Avengers baseball. Ugh. So Anthony Mackie leads off. He's 0 for 3 in the game, 0 for like 9 or 10 in the series. Flaherty's going for the complete game.
Ball 1.
Outside, ball 1. Looked like a strike to me, but called the ball. Low 2-0.
That's ball 3.
3 balls, no strikes. Might as well take a pitch. Tom Holland's on deck. My hands are off the controller. Slider in there, strike 1. 3-1 count to Mackie, the new Captain America. Skies it down the left field line, slicing out of play. Full count, 3-2. Misses inside, walks the leadoff man.
Now batting, the second baseman,
Tom Holland, 0 for 3. 4th at bat.
Ball.
Fastball low. Pulls it, but foul. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Out in front, swing and a miss. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Gary Sanchez. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Ball, that's just out.
Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner leads off first. It's a 10-1 lead here in the bottom of the 9th. Flaherty's trying to get the complete game. Inside, full count, 3-2. On deck is Tony Stark. Line drive, base hit. He'll go to third. It'll be 1st and 3rd, nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th. So maybe they'll get a couple of runs to make the score a little bit more respectable. Here's the replay. Can't get too excited. So Robert Downey Jr. is up, 1st and 3rd. He's officially over. He's 5 for 11 in the series. Outside ball 1. I would have taken Flaherty out. There's no reason to go for the complete game. Grounds it. Oh, past the first baseman. It is an RBI single for Tony Stark. We love you, Tony Stark. He is Iron Man. So it'll be 10-2 Phillies. Again, runners at 1st and 3rd, as the runner at 1st made it all the way to 3rd. Pulls it past the stretch by Willie Stargell. So 10-2. And yep, manager says that's all. No reason to make it push for the complete game. In out of the bullpen, Jose Alvarez was 0 for 5 with a 4.69 earned run average in 47 appearances. So 2 on, nobody out. Up steps Mark Ruffalo, who's 1 for 3 with a double. Swing and a miss over the top of the 2-seam fastball, strike 1. Skies it to right. Should be deep enough. Tagging at 3rd and heading home. The throw to the plate is not in time. It is a sacrifice fly and an RBI. 93rd RBI of the season for Mark Ruffalo. And there's one away. Runner at first, one out, 10-3 lead. Up steps Chris Evans, who turns around and bats from the right side against the lefty Alvarez. And he skies it to center field. It is caught for the second out, and the Avengers are down to their final out of the game.
Now batting.
Representing that final out is Chadwick Boseman. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI double today. Over the top of the changeup, swinging a miss, strike one. Pops it up, out of play. The count is 0-2, and the Avengers are down to their final strike of the game. Down and in, count is 1-2. Runner leads off first. Pitch from Alvarez. Low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner leads off first. 7-run lead for the Phillies, 10-3. And he hits it high and deep. And he will make the catch to retire the side. Ball game over. Phillies win 10-3. So this is a 4-game series. We've played 3 of them. The Phillies have won 2 out of 3. They win the series with the next win, or perhaps if the Avengers win the next game, they'll split the 4-game series 2 apiece. Obviously, the win goes to Jack Flaherty. Loss will go to Bradley Cooper. The final here at Crosley Field. Philadelphia, 10 runs, 16 hits, no errors. Hollywood Avengers, 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Ted Williams, 3 for 5 with a homer, 2 RBIs, and 3 runs scored as your player of the game. So embarrassing, but that's baseball. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. If you watched somewhere in the background but just didn't take the time to comment, still I genuinely appreciate the fact that you poked your head in and watched for the time that you did. I sincerely appreciate it. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. The final here at Crosley Field. The Philadelphia Phillies win 10-3. Take care. See you again soon.